You better be checking those cushions there in the couch, because trust me, you go to the Warren Museum, old Matt Rife, you got to make a little profit. You're going to find out exactly how much in the podcast.
Speaking of podcasts, we've got some great ones coming up where we're going on a spooky vacation to the Hinsdale House in the Wildwood Sanitarium. Maybe our last. Tune in to find out.
Speaking of tuning out, there's some UFO activity happening. Trust and believe. You're going to be tuning out of a lot of things here real soon, because they're going to be bringing some butt probes and some other butt things.
That's a hard one to follow, but do you think we're going to make it past 2027? We talk about that, but also, are we in the end times? Have we gone through things that are going to make us a lost civilization? Let's talk about that too.
And lastly, I think is obvious, we didn't land on no moon. Come on now. The Van Allen belt? Are you serious?
Yes, we did.
I know no one believes that. We didn't land on no moon. Stop being foolish. But hey, welcome to the show.
Welcome.
Oh man, Nick, another week went down. Listen, we are getting about a week out from our destination trip. Are you ready? It's going to be Flight Central for you.
Oh yeah. I'm doing like 8.5 hour flights each way. It's going to be spectacular.
I wouldn't call that spectacular, Nick. That would not be spectacular.
Well, if you like a lot of hurry up and wait,
That's valid.
It's spectacular.
That's valid.
Yeah.
I could see, some people like layovers because you can kind of search some of the spots and see what goodies are there.
Leaving that darn airport.
I mean inside the airports.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I could do that. I'm not going out into New York City unprepared. I've been there before. U.S.
airports, a lot of them has like all that junk in them is what I call it.
Well, I'll tell you, if I go up to the window of the airport and I see like within my vision a New York pizza place, I will leave the airport for that. But I got to see it. Though.
You got to go back through security and everything else.
Might be worth it for the pizza. I mean, you've obviously had New York pizza before.
I've only had New York style. I've not actually had New York pizza.
Oh, dude, no other pizza is pizza once you've had New York pizza.
Are you sure? Our boy right here from Stranger Things, are sure our guy think the same thing?
I don't think so. I don't think he knows what he's talking about. Like I've literally had like 2 slices of New York pizza from New York. And the first time I had it, I was like, what is this garbage that I've been eating all my life? And I come back and I just couldn't eat pizza for like 2 years after that. Because I'm like, this is trash. Like New York pizza is so different and I have no idea why.
Huh. Is it because it's deep dish, right?
No.
Thin,
it's not? Super thin.
Oh, then that is my bang zone. Then I love thin pizza. That's like my bang zone. There might be some spots near the spot we're going to, Nick. Salamanca. I don't know much about Salamanca. Maybe they got some pizza joints there.
I don't know. Well, I can't imagine you couldn't run a pizza joint in New York at all unless it was respectable, like New York pizza.
I mean, it could be 50-50. I don't know. I'm kind of curious.
Well, I'll tell you, the Ninja Turtles weren't kidding. There's a reason they love pizza.
Well, I know this will be my first trip to New York. I've never actually been to New York.
Oh, no? This is my second. I've been to one place in America more than you have.
You have been. And we're going to it together, Nick.
That's right. It's special. Making memories.
That's making memories. I got that camera too. I'm going to bring that camera along. I thought I brought it downstairs, but I guess I did not. The one that does all the vintage photos.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm going to be taking vintage photos the entire time. It's a company called Camp Snap. I think it's called Camp Snap.
Camp Snap?
Yeah.
Okay.
But it's the basic plain Jane. It looks like a disposable camera, but it holds up to 500 photos per charge and 2,000 in the camera. But there's no display. So you're taking photos and you don't know if they're crap until you go to download them.
Man, with technology, we're trying to get back to the past now.
We are.
Like everything old is suddenly into style again. I don't know if it's always been like that.
I don't know. Like from that same company, I bought their Super 8 camcorder.
Mm.
And that's coming to me. It's got like a dial on it where you snap and you go to different years and how the film looks, and it adds grain to it and it makes it look like it's
that's cool.
Super 8. Yeah. But that's just coming out. Like that's not even on the market yet. So I'll be one of the first people to have that.
Yeah. It's kind of funny. And I'm sure you know this probably even better than I do. That one of the color grading and color grading steps is always to make digital look like film.
Correct.
Like no one wants to stick with digital. Like it's pretty standard procedure that you add film looks afterwards.
Correct. It's because it's so
interesting.
Well, the new age stuff is so boring.
It's sterile.
It really is. I mean, when you look at how sterile something is just based on, we want it to be that way, but it's like, I mean, let's be honest, right? When we go to On This Haunting, I was just talking to you a little bit before our podcast started, just me alone. I'm bringing the Action 360 cam, which is the full 360 up and down all the way around. I'm bringing the Action 4K camera. It's actually an 8K camera. I'm bringing that. The 360 camera is 8K also, but I think it's 8K 24. But you can do 4K 60.
Yeah. Plus, if you do 8K anything, it's going to eat up the storage quicker.
Oh yeah, I mean, dude, it's going to fly through it. But I want to record everything in 4K and then put our video out in 1080. So it gives me 4 times to shrink it down. Like if I want to capture, zoom in, or something like that. But I'm bringing the Action camera, and then infrared cameras. I've got the 8 4K infrared cameras. I've got a body cam, like what the police wear.
Yeah.
It's also 4K. I've got the ortho camera that'll be stuck on my face. That's also 4K. And that doesn't include the Sony Alpha that I'm going to be recording everything with.
Your drone.
The drone.
Drone's
4K. I mean, there's going to be so much stuff. And the Hinsdale has so many things to film because they got that giving tree.
Right.
They got the property. No one ever really does a whole lot of stuff with the property, but I want to do that too. But I don't know. I've got a lot of ideas and a lot of concepts for it.
Yeah.
And speaking of hauntings, did you see our destination? The freaking, remember how we talked about the Matt Rife thing?
Yeah.
He bought that. I mean, some people try to minimize what's up with that, but he bought that property and he's got all those artifacts for a while. Forget what it is. It's like 3 years, 5 years, something like that. I think it's 5 years, right?
We had kind of talked about that before, and I thought, that's kind of odd. I thought he'd just get everything. I thought that was part of the deal.
No, because it's all freaking haunted. That's the crazy part. That's why so many people's up in an uproar.
Right.
So I don't know, but we was talking about, from a money standpoint, from a financial standpoint. And I said, I wasn't necessarily a big fan of this. I was very anti Matt Rife and the family selling it. It doesn't feel right to me. And I know a lot of people's going to be like, oh, whatever. This is great for people like you that want to go and investigate places and yada, yada, et cetera, et cetera. Well, it came out and I looked at this. They released some of the info. So starting November 1st, they're going to be opening the doors to the location. And the price to do this, would you like to take a guess how much they're going to charge?
To just view it?
So it's going to be a per night charge.
Okay.
The per night is, I'll tell you what you get.
Okay.
So you get the per night thing.
Mm-hmm.
You get a night vision camera that you can use,
mm-hmm.
EVP recorder, holy water, and a rosary.
Mm.
You got
don't
to
get to keep any of that, huh?
It didn't specifically say. Okay. Now, here's what I know. If you're getting a night vision, only because I've bought all this stuff recently.
Right.
If you're going to get a decent night vision camera, you're going to pay up for it. EVP recorders, if it's a basic one, they're like, you're not getting one that's one of the better ones.
Yeah.
Holy water's probably, I'm going to assume, even if they pay to have holy water shipped in, so it's not really holy water in my opinion. And a rosary is going to be next to nothing. So it's not like it's a lot of expense.
Right.
But they didn't say. If they give you something decent, my guess is they probably let you, it's like a rental thing would be my guess.
Right.
But you still sign a waiver. It's a one sheet page for your physical body, another for your immortal soul.
Oh, that's not going to hold up in court.
No, so dumb. You cannot roll out a sleeping bag next to Annabelle. So they're not going to let you do any of that stuff. And the museum area is still off limits when you go to sleep. So when they say lights out, you're not allowed in the museum at all.
That's probably like a theft issue they're probably concerned with, I imagine.
I don't know. I've got my own theories, but I'm not going to say it because people's going to get butthurt in the comments, and then I'm going to hear about it. I don't want to hear it.
Okay, so per night.
Now, bear in mind, the Hinsdale location,
right?
We're paying $350 a night.
Right.
The Wildwood, we're also paying $350 a night. So our 2 nights is $700, 700 US dollars.
400,000 Canadian.
Yeah, this is about right.
Okay, I'm gonna go. I gotta go high because there's some hotels you can stay at that aren't that great that are pretty expensive. So I'm gonna say 700.
That would be a decent good guess for the first one. Go higher. I'll give you another guess.
1,200.
Great guess. I tell you what, I'll give you one more chance. Go higher.
2,000.
$1,999.
Okay, that is a highway robbery. That, man, I don't like to disparage people, but that's too much. It's not worth that. Wait the 5 years until it goes back to the other people.
But here's the thing that annoys me.
Yeah.
For me, I think the biggest problem I had with this entire acquisition is Ed and Lorraine Warren never wanted any of that stuff to become a sideshow because it's not a sideshow. To people in the paranormal like myself, this is a big deal. These are relics of haunted locations that was put in one spot for the safety, the safety of everybody.
Right.
Now, whether people believe it or not, to those of us that believe, that's what that is. Well, then they send it on these road shows, right? Which I didn't like that either. Yeah. So they turned it to a spectacle after Ed and Lorraine was no longer in the picture. Now you've turned it into a spectacle.
Yep.
And Chris McKinnell, when I did the interview with him, one of the things and we didn't talk too deep because I didn't want to bring family into it. I feel weird about that kind of stuff. But he made it very clear he was not happy with the fact that stuff was on the road.
Right.
And we left it at that. We didn't go into it anymore. And recently he came out with a thing talking about how he also was not happy with the fact that this stuff is basically that it's been sold. He's not happy with that either. But it's whatever. It's been sold. And I told you, I said, this is just going to turn into at this point, legit a spot that's no differently than a haunted house, like an attraction. The fact that they're charging $1,999. You're not first off, the Warren's house, I don't believe has ever been said to be haunted.
I've never heard anything about that. That seems like the last place that something spiritual or demonic would want to show up.
Yeah. I mean, granted, this stuff is cursed inside the house, but you're not allowed in that part after the lights go out.
Right. How much did he pay for this again?
Well, here's the thing. They didn't truly say how much he paid for it. They had ideas, and I think it was just just south of $1 million.
All right. So, and it's only rented out to, so is it 19, what was it, 1,900 per person?
$1,999, $2,000 basically.
Is that per person, or you rent out the whole thing? You bring as many as you want, or?
Oh, I guarantee that's not the case. Like ours, we can allow up to 6 people. We only have 3. Okay, so I'm sure there's a limit, but you figure per night.
I mean, hotels and stuff are usually per person, right?
No, because you can have couples and stuff in there, or kids if it fits.
Yeah, price goes up though. Oh, it does here.
Oh, really? Like here, if there's a room that's like twin beds, they don't care how many's in there.
Oh, they do here. But okay, we'll just say it's like you rent that, you've got it the whole place for the night.
Yep.
They're going to pay off everything if they get it fully booked, which, you know what? I think they will.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Like they can't lose on this investment. That's only 500 days.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing.
For how many years?
I think 5. I think.
Like they're going to quintuple their investment.
Oh, yeah. I'm looking right now because it still doesn't say how much they paid. They're assuming that it's between $627,600 is where they think it probably falls, because they're assuming it's between 551,000, 552 basically, and 683. So they went with the middle number. Let's just say 700,000. Let's go with an extreme version of what this is. At
That's
700
less than a year.
Oh yeah, I mean it's not even close. 365 days a year.
Yeah. So
at $2,000 a night.
Right. And that's if that's the highest they can charge.
Correct. And that's for this night vision cam and all that stuff.
Yeah.
But with every single purchase, you can now also upgrade and get the Annabelle package where you get a free Annabelle doll. It's Disney at this point.
It totally is. That's a pure example of, they're always saying, well, the rich get richer. You have to have money to make money. Like that's a no-lose scenario on their part.
See, for me, it's a mockery. It's a mockery for me.
Well,
and I don't like it.
I mean, something can be a good business idea and still, well, actually, a lot of things that are good business ideas are horribly immoral.
Oh, for sure.
Like capitalism is the worst. It's just the best of what we've got, I guess.
And the worst part is we, as those that investigate, will be the ones that will turn that into a success.
Yeah. I'll tell you up front right now, I'm not going there.
Oh, yeah. I have zero desire to go there.
Yeah. Especially if I can't, sleep next to the doll.
Right. Nick wants to try to
snuggle it in bed,
That's right. What up, Annabelle? Come here, Annabelle.
Annabelle escapes the museum because some guy wouldn't leave it alone.
I don't know. It's kind of crazy to me that this is a thing. I think Ed and Lorraine would be disappointed by this.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I can almost guarantee that.
It frustrates me to a degree that those of us that's in this realm is accepting of this. Like, I don't know how many people I've watched their videos now for their podcasts or their shows or their TikToks, and they're like, I'm so excited. I want a book and blah, blah, blah. I'm like, you are part of the problem.
Yeah.
If you guys were Ed and Lorraine Warren fans, and which clearly, why else would you book this?
Right.
It's kind of probably the best example of this that I can think. Here in the States, people complain about cheap whatever, right? As this thing was made in China and it's junk and it's blah, 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 and the Temu stuff and yada. You are supporting it. Every time you complain, you support the reason that product is here.
Yeah. It's to me, it's the equivalent of, we've discovered Tutankhamun's tomb. We're going to open it up. And if you pay $2,000 tomorrow, you can come in and punch a real live mummy.
Right. Exactly. That's exactly what it is.
Which is kind of what they're doing too. Cause I don't know if you know this or not. But the British were taking mummies and they were chopping them up and people were eating them as longevity medicine.
What?
Yeah. Did you not know that?
I did not know that.
Yeah, like they discovered hundreds or even thousands of mummies, and they were destroying them to eat, basically, as like miracle cures and stuff.
Yeah, that doesn't sound like a good idea.
Yeah,
Put
but this
that
is
out
the
there.
kind. This is the kind of disrespect that human beings show to things, and that's what's going on here.
It just goes to show that we really are a trash civilization. If aliens are smart, they just come down and wipe us out.
Someone said something one time that I thought was really funny and probably true. It's like when aliens drive by Earth, they lock their doors. If you're going through a bad part of town, you're like,
that's about
what
right.
aliens do when they're passing by Earth.
I think I've got a shirt that's similar to that. It's got like a UFO. And it says something along that lines. That's when we first started really doing these podcasts, and I started buying those T-shirts.
Yeah,
sitting on like a whole entire drawer of them right now. Speaking of UFOs, Nick, I don't know if you saw this because, in Canada land, I don't know that you see a whole lot of this, but there's some UFO news that's popping off.
I've seen some. I wonder if we've got the same news.
Well, across the skies in New Jersey, Pennsylvania, and even Ohio last Tuesday night, so a day after our podcast, the UFO forums were buzzing. They were lighting up like a pinball machine.
Wow.
And all of those areas they were describing a pill.
Pill
they call it like a pill shaped. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. That's pretty common.
And it was glowing just white up against the sky up there.
Mm-hmm.
And the interesting thing is when they was talking about it, the fact that it was in multiple states, everyone described the same site and they all had the same images. And of course, everyone complains, oh, this image sucks because it's X, Y, and Z and yada, yada, et cetera, et cetera. But legit, when you look at it, it's like, oh no, they're seeing the same exact thing. And it reminds me so much of those drones that was happening.
Right.
Because everyone was seeing the same thing, but no one was admitting to it.
I had just to sort of like do a little intermission here. I was thinking more about the drone thing. Yeah. Like that really lined up close to when they were like putting out all the information from the files on UFOs and stuff like that. And I wonder if they're somehow related. They want drones in the sky to be looking out for these things. That's the thought I had.
There's a lot of stuff that's happening in 2025, 2026, 2027.
And then nothing after that.
Then nothing after that, boys and girls.
That's the apocalypse.
Yep. Last pope.
Last pope, last president, maybe a visitor from beyond the void.
The book by that happened 100 and some years ago.
Yeah.
Talked about the last president was going to be whomever, blah, blah, blah. Yeah. I don't know. It's crazy. It's crazy to think that all these things happen.
And just because we use those two words together, we're not talking about that.
I think
YouTube.
Yeah, I'm still probably going to bleep that out.
Yeah, maybe so. We're not talking about it.
We're not talking about it. But that book was wrote by the same name as his son.
Yeah.
I mean, how crazy
Things
is that?
Things come full circle.
They do. Just go show 2027 is it, folks. You better get on this wave.
Yeah, don't plan your calendars past that. Don't make any important appointments.
Don't make no important appointments. That's right. I don't know. It's crazy, man. All this UFO stuff just kind of, it's starting to make me question some stuff.
Yeah. Well, you sort of cut off your story there a little bit.
Well, it's just basically they saw them TikToks. And, it's like everything else. You got this atlas that's coming in.
Yeah.
UFOs are starting to pick up a little bit.
Oh, here's a good one. Did you know for the first time that I'm aware of, UAP, that's what we call them now, isn't it?
Who knows, dude? They change it all the time.
Yeah. So
aerial
a UFO.
phenomena.
Yeah, a UFO. I'm going to just call it a UFO.
That's what I would call it.
Collided with one of your fighter jets.
Where was this?
This was down in Arizona. And there was some lead up to this because apparently every few years something happens in Arizona because you know the Phoenix lights, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, so that happened originally, and I never heard of about this, but a few years later, they were seeing the same light configurations in the sky for like weeks at a time, and then it went away, and then they had caught it again last week. So they had fighter jets out looking around to it, and one of them collided with something. They couldn't recover any of the scrap from it. And it only forced the jet to land, so it wasn't like disastrous damage. But they couldn't get any information about what they hit.
You know, there was a story of something that I saw where something crash landed in a field. I can't remember
in Arizona
where that was.
as well, or
I don't know. You know, that's a great question. I can't remember where it was at, but it came across inside of our Discord. Now I have well, it's not inside of our Discord, but it provides some of that information. It finds the hot topics, and that was one of the ones that it kind of popped up. But I didn't look at too much because I'm like, something laying in a cornfield. Who cares? But I'm wondering where that was at. Now you got me checking because I'm a little curious. But it crash landed, and then they said something about people came in, and now the stuff is gone. Typical UFO story.
Yeah, it is interesting though that UFO phenomena keeps happening every few years apart in a lot of these locations.
Correct.
Like, the one that we covered before that's close to here, the Shag Harbor incident. There's been sightings of things, no crashes, but there's been additional sightings of those every few years. One even in broad daylight zoomed across our airport. Now our airport's unused, so it wasn't a big incident, but right in broad daylight, one zoomed right across the top of it.
Well, and that's the thing, man. It's like if anything's going over top of an airport, you have to question why.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't make any sense. Like, that's not a normal.
Right.
That's not a normal thing.
I definitely feel since the drone incident, there has been an increase in sightings, but I don't know if that's the cause or the reaction to it. That's what I can't wrap my head around.
Well, it could be either. That's the thing. We just don't know.
Yeah, I mean, the government all the time now is putting out stories. Yes, this is real. That's real. And I thought it would be the big event of my lifetime. But no one really cares about that. I mean, everyone's just struggling to live so hard. They're like, aliens, whatever.
I mean, that's the way it feels. Which is scary.
Yeah, I know. Like because my idea of how this was going to go down is we find out one day that UFOs and aliens are real, and it sort of unites the world because there's a potential of a huge threat.
Right.
That we can't deal with if we're separate.
Yep.
Did you see the new War of the Worlds movie?
The newest one with Tom Cruise?
Oh, no, this is newer than that. This is just this year.
Oh, that something came out this year for it?
Yeah. It's
folks, just goes to show I'm doing these podcasts too much.
Yeah.
I did not know.
A lot of people are panning it as one of the worst movies ever, but I actually kind of enjoyed it. It's all taken place over like a Zoom call almost. Because the main guy works for intelligence for the government.
Yeah.
And he's got access to drones and all this stuff. And, he can log into the speakers in your car and take control of vehicles and all this stuff. And it's sort of happening. And he's trying to move his family around out of danger and that kind of stuff. But, it's weird that in that movie, it's sort of like the governments of China, Russia, the US, everyone joins forces against this thing. And I'm wondering, how close to danger do we have to be before that would actually happen?
It would take a lot because no one would trust anybody.
Right. So, I mean, they'd have to be standing on the earth shooting things, I think.
Probably so.
For us all to join forces, which is sad. Because that's not the time to prepare. The time to prepare is yesterday. And the next best time to prepare is today.
The only thing that I can find about cornfields now, in which this is where our thing gave it to me.
Yeah.
unidentified craft crashes in Polish cornfield. It happened August 20th. A large object streaked across the sky and slammed into a cornfield in Poland. Witnesses reported a thunderous explosion and found nearby metal and plastic pieces scattered in the field. The blast shattered nearby windows, but injured nobody.
Oh, okay.
Authorities quickly cordoned off the area and scattered. And it's speculated that it may have been a drone used for smuggling drugs, or at least that's what the government has stated.
You know, it's funny that you said that.
Uh-huh.
That's what they're trying to play off the new Arizona collision is that it's so close to the Mexican border that they're afraid that, and this seems preposterous to me, but correct me if I've got the wrong impression of Mexico as a country, that they may have some advanced technology that they're using to smuggle things across the border. Like, is that the Mexico you're aware of? It, from what I've heard like medical procedures coming out of there, but I've not heard of any advanced technology like that out of there.
I haven't heard of anything technological coming out of Mexico ever.
Yeah, but that is one of the things that they're saying that it probably was.
Mexico is like one of the poorer countries, and that's not a hit against Mexico. Like,
no,
that's not
I've heard
me
it's
saying,
beautiful.
I've heard that too, but I heard they may also kidnap you and then sell you for ransom. Is what I heard,
because of the poverty problems.
Yeah, you don't want to get outside of those establishments that you're allowed to go into. Yeah, the resorts. You want to stay in the resorts. The cartels there are bad.
The everyday person is like amazing and welcome.
Amazing.
In Mexico.
Yeah.
Like, you know.
Correct.
So this isn't a diss on that. It's just that I don't think that they're like a, you know, technologically pioneering country. Could be wrong. Someone can correct me if I'm wrong.
I'm looking it up as we speak.
Yeah. I can hardly imagine that they're developing things that have been seen as a threat to America. But, you know, maybe that's just my unawareness of what they're up to.
Well, that's the thing, right? Like, when you look at like countries with huge advancements in technology, I've never heard Mexico ever being in the top of any of that technological advancements.
No, it's usually like countries where at least the ruling party is very rich.
Right.
Like, it's not typically like very, very traditionally poor countries.
Well, I just asked ChatGPT. Mexico is firmly in the emerging heavyweight bracket. It sits just outside the global top 50 for overall innovations, yet punches far above its weight in creative exports and high-tech manufacturing. The company is globally swapping. See, this is all stuff that I don't think is important, like 5G services and stuff like that. Right. They're the global innovators for some things.
Well, I mean, I stand corrected if that's the case.
Digital rails and 5G rollout. It seems like the bulk of their stuff is kind of that.
Yeah, it sounds like net related stuff.
Yeah. Industrial edge, near shoring automotives and electronics. Near shoring boom. Mexico factories loom. Firms with proximity to the U.S. skilled laborers and USMCA perks. Electronics and EV suppliers lead the charge.
Okay, well, you know, that could be then.
Semiconductors, the largest domestic chip pledge so far is USD 12 million plants. Maybe they've got more going on than what I thought they did. See, this is why it's always good to research some of this stuff.
Yeah, exactly. Like, I wasn't aware of any of that. I mean, top 50, that's pretty good.
It says fintech scale up user-based projects hit 86 million by 2027.
I don't really know what that means, but
5G everywhere, half of mobile connections by 2030, chip and battery ecosphere. Apparently they're extremely big on that, and green tech pivot. So solar, wind, EV assembly.
Okay. Huh. Well, you learn something every day.
Yeah, it says Mexico is no longer just the world's factory next door. It's carving out a role in Latin America's fintech powerhouse and pivotal link.
Yeah. I still don't buy that they're producing UFO that are crossing the border to drop off drugs. I think I still find that very suspicious.
Right.
But
yeah, I don't know.
Got to be open to all ideas.
I tell you what, I don't know what is happening tonight. Everyone and their mother is calling me tonight.
Oh man, maybe 2027's happening early. You're gonna check your messages later and like, Bert, can we come to your house?
I've legit had 4 people call me during this entire time frame.
Oh wow. Well, I mean, we usually don't start till later, so
it's like it's 7 p.m. my time. Like I don't generally get calls this late.
They're like they're attacking Washington. We need a place to hide out.
Well, what's crazy is just in this length of time, 2 of the people
I know.
Yeah, one's Jeremy and one's Joe.
Oh wow, calling you.
Yeah, call me. It's wild.
Man, must be important.
Joe just left a voicemail, so that should be interesting. But yeah, man, Mexico coming in to the hoop. Maybe they got some technology and stuff that's happening.
Yeah, I don't know. Do you know what they blamed the Phoenix Lights on originally?
No, I don't know. I know they got a movie out that talks about it now.
They've got a couple horror movies out about that topic too, which are really good.
Oh, that's creepy. I like it.
Yeah, me too. But originally the government said, yeah, it's ATVs on the side of the mountain.
What? That's crazy, dude.
Seeing.
There's no
and the
way.
People are like, you think we've never seen an ATV on a mountain before?
Right, exactly.
Like,
they would have saw that stuff.
Yeah, plus they would even know that that's not in the sky.
Right.
Like, come on. They used to be real lazy with explanations. Like, I'm surprised they didn't just say, swamp gas.
I feel like they still are.
Well, I feel like they don't even feel like they need to now.
Yeah,
I think they're like,
right.
that's the UFO. What are you going to do about it?
You're probably
get back
right.
Get back to your sweatshops.
That's probably right.
That's
probably right.
Everyone's like, it's UFO, nuts. Okay, whatever. I think that's what blows my mind. Thing. I think we've kind of got to the point that everyone's so used to being lied to that they're assuming that when they hear the truth, that's not even the truth.
The thing that shocks me is the more people I talk to that does not believe in UFOs. Like that's the easiest thing, in my opinion, to believe in.
That's the only thing like this that my dad believes in.
Yeah.
The only thing.
And more people don't believe in it.
Yeah. Like how could it possibly be like just Googleplex of planets out there? There's got to be some life on there, and they've got to be some of them more advanced than us. Like we can't keep thinking we're the top of the universe.
Well, it always cracks me up because when someone tells me, hey, that you believe in UFOs, like that's crazy. I just sit there and I stare at them for a minute. I'm like, really? Like you're pulling my leg, right? Like you don't think there's nothing? You think we're it? We're the final things. And it hits on 2 different sides, right? Like there's the Christian folks, part of my people that's like, well, the Bible doesn't talk about it. Well, maybe God doesn't want you to know every single thing that he's ever made. He tells you what he's made. If you believe in biblical reference, he told you what he made that's relevant to you.
I don't know that the Bible's ever talked about swordfish.
That's my point. Literally.
Like he don't like, how long would that, no one would read that book if it listed everything that was ever created.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, it's not Lord of the Rings.
Right. Exactly. But to think if you're a religious person, right? I think that it would be difficult if I believed that I had a God that was so amazing that created everything.
Mm-hmm.
But then to limit him to think that we're special enough that it was just angels and then us.
Yeah. Like, are you guys saying that he can't do that? Is that what? Are you placing a limit on it?
I think they
like, not you, but
yeah, I think those people just generally go, well, the Bible reference isn't there. And I think that we're not necessarily special, but he created us in his image. But I'm sitting there thinking, well, we wasn't the first thing created.
Yeah. And you know what? Like, how maybe there could be like 10 things before us that weren't in his image, or maybe there's 5 in his image and 5 not. Like, you
just don't know. The Bible only gives us so much of a window into the past.
Yeah. And only the things relevant to us at the time.
In my opinion. I mean, there was a lot of stuff left out of the Bible, and some of it for good reason. I understand the logic behind why it's not in, the Bible. I get it.
Imagine that you're a being that can see, and I'm not saying like I necessarily believe in this or not, but let's just say for a moment that I do. And I'm a being that has all knowledge of everything that has happened, is happening, will happen. And I'm talking to people who are pretty early on. I just created them a couple, not too long ago, a couple thousand years ago or something like that. Yep. And they're living in fields, sleeping on clods of mud and that kind of thing. And I'm going to be like, well, I want to tell them all kinds of stuff. Like, in a couple thousand years, they're going to be talking to robots. Well, they're not going to know what a robot is. Well, how am I going to explain that? And all this stuff like that. Well, they make them in factories. Well, what's a factory? They're not going to understand that.
Correct.
Like, you just can't tell them. Like, if they said, yeah, and in the future, there's going to be these beings that I created elsewhere that are going to come from space. I think back in those times, what even is space?
Right. Exactly.
And they're going to come. How are they getting here? Like, what kind of horse rides through that black fabric up there? Well, no, they come in ships. Like boats?
Yeah.
No,
like
no.
What kind of ship we talking
spaceships. Yeah. Like, I mean, it would be impossible. Like, they'd be like, well, I don't understand this book at all. I'm not going to read this.
Correct.
But
see, this is part of the problem, is that we have these conversations where we bring logic into it, right? Mm-hmm. Let's say you're not religious and you still don't believe in a UFO. Mm-hmm. You don't believe in aliens. You don't believe in a little green man.
Yeah.
Explain to me how the pyramids was built. Well, they just put all these blocks together. Okay. Explain it to me in that time frame with no technology.
Right.
Well, they pulled in. Okay. Explain to me how they were precisely cut with at this point, the assumption is with a device that would have been hot enough to melt the stone with perfect precision within a percentage of 1 degree.
Right.
Well, it's possible. No, because we can't do it today.
Right.
Using all the technology we have, we cannot replicate that process today.
Even closer. All, in Rome and all that, all the structures that are still standing and all that, the aqueducts and stuff like that. We only learned last year or the year before how to replicate the cement that they used.
Right.
And all we had to figure out is it was salt water instead of fresh water. It took us how many hundreds and hundreds of years just figure that out.
Well, and how many different cities are we finding underneath the ground now that lines up with all the astronomical points in our skies?
Right.
Like, how many times do we have to do that before we go, wait a second, there's a correlation here?
Yeah. Or the pictures that were created so large that you can't see them from there.
Correct. Or how many times have we found carved in stone astronomical things in the sky that you can't see with your naked eye?
Yeah. Or the Antikythera device that can more precisely than today measure the movement of heavenly bodies, or the apparent movement.
It tells me one of 3 things. One, we had an advanced civilization at one point that left Earth.
Yeah.
And they left all the dumb people here that couldn't replicate what they were doing.
Right.
Or They left Earth. Earth was destroyed, which might explain a lot of the things that we're dealing with.
Yep.
And we were seeded back in to repopulate. Yep. 2, there was an advanced people that came down and assisted us in this process. They taught us how to do things, and maybe they did a few things for us potentially.
Right.
Or 3, this all a damn simulation anyway, so it don't really matter. It's all simulated. And the funny
thing is if you go into our back catalog, we've got episodes that talk about all these.
Every single one of them.
Different options.
And the crazy part is if you go through those catalogs, any of those are viable.
Yeah. I'll tell you something interesting. The people who don't believe in UFOs, there's more of them than people who don't believe that there were advanced civilizations before us.
Yeah.
Because I've talked to people who are like, I don't believe in UFOs. And I'm like, well, what about, previous advanced civilizations that were wiped off the earth and we don't remember them? And they're like, oh, yeah, that almost certainly happened.
It's like, wow, really?
Yeah, that seems, both are plausible from my point of view.
They are.
One of them seems a lot more plausible than the other.
I think so. I absolutely think so. But then again, I'm the same guy that doesn't believe we landed on the moon. That's just me,
Yeah. But we've got a good representation because I do think we landed on the moon, and both of us believe those other two things. So,
yeah, for sure. The crazy part for me, though, on the landing on the moon thing, honestly, for me, the part that makes me say, I don't get it. If you go back and you look at the original landing on the moon, we were getting our butt absolutely annihilated by Russia, everything.
Right.
They struggled to do one thing, and that was getting past the radiation belt. We apparently discovered this technology. We put a man up in space, a series of men, but then you're telling me that they landed on the moon with technology less than any iPhone or Android device has today, with precision.
Right.
You're telling me that we recorded all this in amazing video that we then lost. There's no original footage left at all.
Right.
Then you're telling me that we did away with all the schematics for how we did things. And now when you ask NASA, why have we not been back to the moon? Well, we can't figure out how to do it. This is less than 100 years, folks.
There's only one thing in all the things we covered on that episode. There's only one thing that made me kind of be like, I don't know how to explain this one. Because I can come up with plausible answers for all this, except for one thing. And that's where they had the pictures with the little X's that were sometimes underneath things.
Correct.
That they shouldn't have been. And that I was like, well, I don't know how that could have happened.
Is because it was all faked. It's like that story we told a couple weeks ago when the guy confessed on his deathbed and his dad confessed to him on his deathbed. It's like, I think eventually one day we'll finally admit, okay, we've never been there. That's why we can't get back there. Because think about it. Since then, when has a human been on the moon?
Right. Now, do you also doubt that we've placed things on the moon or just not people?
No, I believe we've placed things on the moon.
Oh, okay.
The number one thing that I believe is we can't, as humans, make it past the radiation belt. I don't think we can do it to this day. We can't do it.
Well, I guess we're primed to find out because we've got another space race going on.
Yeah, but again, how much of it's going to be faked? Think about the technology we have now. I can go upstairs on AI and create a pretty... You might be fooled by how well I can simulate. And then think about freaking Bezos's fake Katy Perry space launch.
I showed that to someone, by the way.
Yeah, what'd they say?
Specifically the part where like they can't open this without that special bar
tool.
and I showed it to them and they're like, oh, that's not supposed to happen. And I'm like,
No, it was not.
imagine someone did that while they were in the air or something, you know?
Correct.
But
That's what I'm saying. It's all just it's a show and dance right now. But I truly don't believe that I don't think any of us has ever been past that radiation belt.
I still think we have, but maybe not at the time, because I can see back in those days, if America said, oh, we made it first, the other people would be like, damn it, and just give up and stop funding.
I agree with that.
But
I agree with where it's feasible.
Yeah, I think nowadays they won't take our word for it, is the thing. I think they need to know.
I want to look something up on AI here because I'm super curious. Let's see here.
I've kind of stopped asking AI some things after they lied to me a couple weeks ago.
I was just telling someone about that. I thought it was hilarious.
I only look up stuff that are like, how do I program this or how do I program that? Because I can know a minute or so afterwards if it was wrong or not.
Yeah.
But I do like that it's listing that you can get a list of its sources so you can double check.
I do like that also.
Anyone who's just accepting what it's saying, watch out. I'm telling you.
Yeah, there's some crazy stuff that comes up. And that's why I tell people, you got to be very careful about what it is that you're telling. And I think that's where some channels get in trouble is they just take whatever it gives them and they don't necessarily check it. And that's pretty rough. I looked up the radiation belt. So we're talking about the Van Allen radiation.
Belt.
Yeah. It's more than 20 times during the Apollo era and again in 2022 with Artemis 1. The measures closely are the tiny amounts compared to NASA's safety limits. So the chance of making it past the belts, given current mission designs, is effectively 100% unless an unusual large solar particle storm happens right while you're in transit.
Oh, that reminds me. I had read about this because what you're saying is also true.
Yeah.
We can't withstand time in the Van Allen belt.
Yes.
But we can pass through it quick enough that the layers that we have will slow it down enough that we can pass through. Like we couldn't hang out there.
Yeah, but here's the thing, that belt, why is that belt there? What causes that belt to happen?
That I do not know. I've never looked that up.
Because here's the thing, right? And maybe this is just me playing pessimist. You're telling me there's only one belt and there's no other belts.
Oh, there must be more.
That's what I'm saying, right? Here's the other thing. You look at all these things that happen on the planets with these rovers, right? And how these little specks of dust is like busting holes through all of these things. You're telling me that these capsules have went up and we've not lost oxygen and just died up there?
We've burst into flames an awful lot, but
that's what I'm saying. Like there's something to it. On a typical moon-bound trajectory, the spacecraft darts through the Van Allen radiation belt in well under an hour. About half an hour on the way out and the same coming in.
Yeah.
Huh.
So that's it's sort of like to a different level, the kind of thing like you can go in and get radiation to get an X-ray, but you couldn't stay in there for hours.
Well, let's ask that question. How much more radiation is that than getting an X-ray? Because this is the things where, and this may shock some people, I'm not super smart when it comes to this kind of stuff. So, of course, to me, none of this makes any sense.
It just happens to be what you've heard before and what you've not heard before. That's all there is to it. Like you and I can't go test this out.
Correct. Yeah. I mean, not today. I mean, maybe in a couple weeks or something, but
maybe something like maybe if we get a long stick and hold it up into the van.
Like I always wondered what would happen if like you had a microwave and the doors open and a fly lands in there and you don't see it. Does the fly explode or does it turn into a mutant?
50-50 chance.
50-50,
This is going to
baby.
sound like the most hillbilly thing ever, but I went to a party and everyone was getting pretty loaded.
Yeah.
And the mother of the person whose house it was had an old microwave they were getting rid of. And we thought, wouldn't it be interesting if we put it on a long extension cord and then we threw a bunch of stuff you're not supposed to throw into the microwave in there and just see what happens? Like we threw in a unopened soup can and a bunch of stuff like that. And, and someone pressed the button and run. We blew the thing up. Like, this is
Why
how you
doesn't that
learn
shock
things.
That's science.
That's science. We were doing science.
So surprisingly, a single X-ray, chest X-ray delivers 0.1 MSV of whole body dose. Apollo's era crossing was roughly 0.3 to 1 MSV each way. So close to 3 to 10 chest X-rays.
Okay.
Artemis 1, when it went through in 2022, was between 1.8 and 3.9, which was the equivalent of 18 to 40 chest X-rays.
Right. So that's not so good for you.
I mean,
but survivable. I mean, people who were at Chernobyl got higher doses and survived some amount of time.
Well, it says that the average whole mission dose, Apollo 11 logged 0.18 rad, which converts to 1.8 MSV. That includes the 2 belt spikes over 9. So what they're basically saying is Artemis, which is the newer version, way more radiation. But what they're saying is even for that, when you do that long haul, it would be the equivalent of what we get here on Earth of direct sunlight of 6 months.
Okay.
So I don't know.
Not me.
Not Nick, because he doesn't know what sunlight is.
30 years for me.
That's valid. Listen, I don't know.
Yeah.
Crazy. I don't know. What says y'all at home? Do y'all think, I'm dying to know, I hope I'm not the only one. Do y'all think we land on the moon? And if so, in the comments down below, tell me why you think that, because I would be dying to know why anyone would believe that. To me, that's just such a crazy thing.
I believe it, but you've introduced enough skepticism to me that I question it now. But I still believe it.
I question everything because every single thing I was told as a kid has almost always ended up being a lie.
That's how we handle kids. Keep them in line.
That's right. And now we're going to go to everyone's favorite part.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
well, our favorite part.
Listen, I don't care for anyone. Oh, yeah. You know, I just saw those somewhere. I think that's what they were. I was going to take a picture of it and I totally forgot. But I saw them at a store. It was at my Meijer.
Oh, okay.
It may have been your old one. It was called the...
was it the Universal one?
I don't remember now.
If it was, you better buy those because they're selling for $800.
What?
A case on eBay right now.
This said something about something monster, blah, blah, blah.
Well, if it was the Universal Monsters, the one that I was getting before.
Yeah.
You can't get them now, and they're like $800 on eBay. I don't know if anyone's buying them, but that's what they're trying to sell them for.
You're making me want to go to Meijer now and double check what they were.
Yeah, I know, right? I just wanted to finish the collection, but I can't now.
I could sell them to you for $800 each.
No, I guarantee you can't.
Make up some money on this trip.
With that store, because it's a store. I'll actually say it out loud because people should visit it. It's called Gator Bites.
Oh,
and like they have so much stuff that sometimes I buy stuff there, and only later do I find out it's valuable. Like I bought a Jason Voorhees pop figure.
Yeah.
And that was like, I bought it for $10, I think. And that's worth quite a bit more.
Oh, wow.
So let's see.
Uh-oh. He's giving a look, folks.
No, I ain't got this one yet.
Oh, you don't have it? What is it?
I think it's a mummy.
Yeah, it looks like a mummy to me.
It's not really focusing on a whole mummy. I think it's a mummy.
Dang. It looks like a mummy to me.
Yeah.
Was there a mummy on the box?
That's what I'm questioning now. Yeah.
Huh.
So there's some of these are universal monsters. So that is the mummy. Yeah. Interesting.
Look at that, dude.
We got the mummy, man. My collection's getting nice.
You got quite a collection going on. Let's see here. We're going to find out what we got for a little background here. I always love looking to see what these... We're opening up the cassette thing for those that don't know. And we've got the little thing here that you need to wet.
Yeah. Not the airport. Not the airport. That's all I can say.
Yeah, I hope it's not the airport. I can't... Again, I have no clue what this is supposed to be, but it looks like it's... Where's my light at? Right there.
Yeah, I can't really
tell. Like, that's a cool idea. But I can't
doesn't portray it well over the internet, I don't think.
Doesn't portray it good in IRL either. Uh-oh, folks.
Oh, no. Airport? It ain't the airport. Oh, no.
This is not looking good, folks.
That does not look good.
I think there's only one that's in there. How can you get 3 Wills? No one likes Will.
I know.
Not that there's anything wrong with Will.
I guess they couldn't give him away, so they had to put him in all these things or something like that.
We got a luggage, folks.
This is a little disappointing.
This one is disappointing to me. We're just going to rush through this, and hopefully the next one's better. This is going to be a Will because it's got another one of those things.
Yeah.
I'm not putting it together.
Painting he did. Yeah. Will, you don't get to be put together anymore.
You don't get put together, bro. And we got Will. Sorry, folks.
That's the worst one.
Of all of them, that's the worst one.
And now he's kicked all his stuff on the floor. What a brat.
Yeah, he sucks. Be gone, Will. Be gone. We already got one of you.
Actually, I don't dislike any of the Stranger Things characters, but he's not had enough of presence to really, like, I don't know much about him, really.
His character for kidnapped. His character for me is boring.
I think they're trying to make him a little more interesting, but
at the beginning, great character development.
Yeah. Well, he wasn't in it though.
I'm talking about the first season he was.
Well, he was the one that was kidnapped.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. That storyline, that pivotal line.
Yeah, for sure.
They could have done so much with that.
I think in the upcoming season, he's going to have a big role in that he's going to have maybe the same exertion over the Upside Down that Vecna has.
I don't know. But the crazy part is when you think about it, though, like he had the potential of being like the main guy, with the exception of 11, obviously, and Vecna, but like being the main guy. And season 1 really kind of built up. Season 2, for me, I would have rolled into that whole, he's back and now he's got this special ability and because he was able to get out and yada, yada. They didn't do none of that. And then he became boring.
I know. He kind of like knew when stuff was going on, but I don't think he ever told anyone about it.
No, he never told anybody, man.
He kept it to himself.
Will, you could have done better, bro.
Yeah, and you don't have to be every figure in this blind box.
Yeah, we're sick of seeing you. And the sad part is, I've only got one more blind box left from this series. I've still got some in transit, so I got some coming. I've got actually, I think, 8 more coming. Because I really want to get the full set. One.
And then I've got to get more when we get back.
I'm really curious what that is at Myers now. I kind of want to figure that out and see what's there. But hopefully y'all enjoyed the show. Until we see you in the next podcast, goodbye.
Bye-bye.